friends, last period we see the conditions for steady interference pattern and Young's double slit experiment to demonstrate to obtain the steady interference pattern. Now in this period we have to see the positions and the intensities of the fringes obtained on the steady interference pattern. For that purpose, we have to consider the two monochromatic and coherent sources of lights S1 and S2, that slits S1 and S2 separated by a distance small d, producing an steady interference pattern on the screen which is placed at a distance capital D from S1 and S2. That is, the distance between O and O dash is capital D, which is the center of the screen. O dash is the center of the screen and O is the center of S1 and S2. Now the light waves emitting from S1 and S2 obtain an interference pattern on the screen. As the point O dash at an equidistant from S1 and S2. Therefore, the light waves emitting from S1 and S2 interfere constructively at the point O dash. That is, the light waves arriving at O dash are in the same phase. That is constructive interference at point O dash, and the central bright fringe, central bright band will be obtained at O dash. Now we have to find the position of the next fringes, another fringes obtained on the screen. Consider any point P on the screen, any fringe P on the screen which is at a distance y from O dash. The light waves emitting, reaching to the point P, cover from S1 and S2, does not cover the same distance, covers different distances, and therefore there is a phase difference between two waves arriving from S1 and S2. The point P appears as a bright if the path difference between these two waves, arriving from S1 and S2 is integral multiple of wavelength, that is n lambda, then P will be appears as a bright fringe, and the path difference between two waves arriving at a point P from S1 and S2 are in out of phase, that is odd multiple of half of the wavelength, then the point P appears as a dark. Now consider the two triangles. Now we have to find the position of the point fringe on the screen. Consider the two triangles S2 dash P and S1 dash P. We can write S2P square minus S1P square is equal to D square plus Y plus D by 2 square. Minus that is D square plus Y minus D by 2 square. If we solve this equation, we get S2P square minus S1P square is equal to twice YD. That is D square minus D square get cancel, plus D by 2 and minus D by 2, twice we get twice YD. Now we can write this equation can be written as S2P square minus S1P square can be written as S2P plus 1, S2P plus S1P and S2P minus S1P. Therefore we can write S2P minus S1P, that is path difference, is equal to twice YD upon S2P plus S1P. as the distance D between these two slits is very small as compared to capital D. Therefore, S1P and S2P, these two distances nearly equal to capital D. Therefore, we can write D plus D is equal to twice D. We can write S2P minus S1P is equal to twice YD upon twice capital D. To get cancel, the path difference S2P minus S1P is equal to delta L, that is path difference is equal to YD upon capital D. This is the expression for the path difference between these two waves arriving at a point P. Now, as the condition, the point P, the fringe P appears as a bright, the two wavelets arriving at a point are in the same phase, that is constructive interference, or it is equal to integral multiple of wavelength. That is, for constructive interference, this delta L is equal to YD upon capital D is equal to N lambda, or we can write the position of this nth bright fringe, that is Yn. Therefore, Yn is equal to N lambda capital D upon small d. Similarly, if the path difference between these two waves, that is delta L, S2P minus S1P arriving at a point is out of phase, then the point will be appears as a dark, and therefore we can write YD upon capital D delta L for dark fringes. For destructive interference, this path difference YD upon capital D is equal to N minus half into lambda, and the position of the dark fringe Yn on the screen can be written as N minus half lambda capital D upon small d, and these are the positions of bright fringe and dark fringe on the screen. We have to find the fringe width. That is the distance between two consecutive bright fringes or distance between two consecutive dark fringes. We can write Yn plus 1 minus Yn, that is equal to fringe width W. Therefore, W is equal to N lambda capital D upon small d. This is the condition for the fringe width in both bright fringes as well as dark fringes. And from this equation, we can say that the bright fringes and dark fringes in the steady interference pattern are equispaced. That is, each fringe are of same width. W is equal to N lambda capital D upon small d. Now, the relation between the phase difference and path difference is given by delta phi is equal to twice pi upon lambda into delta L. Now, the value of delta L is YD upon capital D. Therefore, we can write twice pi upon lambda into, it is equal to twice pi upon lambda into YD upon capital D, and this is the relation between phase difference and path difference. And again, we can write the condition for constructive interference in terms of phase difference is, for constructive interference, the path difference delta L is equal to N into twice pi. N into twice pi, that is integral multiple of the phase difference, that is twice pi. And also the path difference for destructive interference, this path difference must be equal to delta L is equal to N minus half into twice pi. This is the conditions for constructive interference and destructive interference in terms of phase difference. The theory of interference bands.